This is Shooting USA, honored as the best of outdoor television by the National Shooting Sports Foundation.
No matter what type of shooting you do, everyone can benefit from a good trigger and a clean break. In fact, the trigger break is what may separate a hunter with a trophy on the wall from a hunter going home empty-handed. No matter who you are, a light, crisp trigger will help break a steady and accurate shot. So here's our hunting expert, Wade Bourne, with a lesson on getting your trigger set up right.
Now that looks pretty good. You know, most hunters are going to go into a gun shop and they're going to buy a rifle right off the rack. And this rifle, chances are, is going to come with 6.5 or 7 pounds of trigger pull. Factories set the trigger pull in this range for liability purposes. It's pretty stiff. It's got a lot of resistance. The first thing that purchaser should do is take that rifle and adjust that trigger downward to about 3.5 pounds of trigger pull. This eliminates creep, it eliminates resistance, it's easier to stay on target. You have a crisper trigger. That's the term that gun writers like to use. That trigger is crisp, and when you touch it, it's going to go without much chance of pulling off alignment. Now then, there are 2 ways to do this. The first way is to purchase a gun that has an adjustable trigger. This is a Mossberg 4x4 30-06. It has an internal adjustable trigger. Very easy to make the adjustment. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's very simple. Once you have the action out of the stock, take a little flathead screwdriver, go to this screw right here, and turn it counterclockwise to decrease the poundage on the trigger pull. Now, what if you have a rifle that doesn't have an adjustable trigger like this Mossberg? Very simple. Take it to a gunsmith. It's going to cost you $35 to $50 to get a custom trigger job. But I guarantee you, if you do this, it'll be the best investment you'll make in that rifle. Now, once you have that trigger set where it feels good, here's one more tip for you to stay on target better. And that's a mental thing. Instead of thinking about pulling the trigger, think pressing the trigger. When you lay your finger on the trigger, you want to put the trigger on the fleshy pad of the first joint of your index finger, not all the way into the joint. Put it on the pad and then gently press the trigger backwards like so, and you'll get that good gentle push that'll help you stay on alignment. And then imagine that there is a rod that runs from the trigger into your shoulder, and gently push that rod back into your shoulder. This will ensure that you press that trigger. It's nice and gentle. It's not yanking. It won't pull you off alignment. Sure, it's just a mind game. It's a mental thing. But you know, good shooting is a combination of both mental and physical exercises. If you get the mental part right with the physical, you're going to be a lot better shooter.
Wade's right. Most new hunting rifles have an adjustment in them. Just follow the instructions and you can take down the trigger weight as much as you want. But be careful to observe all the safety rules with a light trigger setting in the field. Oh, and one more tip. If you hunt in a cold climate and wear gloves, you may not want to go too light on the trigger. A few extra pounds can help you feel the trigger even through a thick glove.